Oh, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Do you guys work here?
I actually own the place.
You do?
Yes.
Do you rent the spot or do you own it?
I rent.
You do?
Yes.
Do you mind me asking you how much you pay?
For this corner, we pay $6,500.
Really?
A month.
Do you mind if we check it out?
Absolutely, come on in.
Thank you.
So welcome to the color room. This is my Philadelphia location. We opened it about 2 years ago during COVID, unfortunately, but here we are. This is Chanel, Coco Chanel inspired. 8 stations, not too much to show you. Oh, and by the way, this is Britt. She's the co-host of Beyond the Blowout, our new podcast that we're setting up. Also my BFF. So we have everything, hair products, from styling to shampoos to cleansing. My beautiful vanities that I love so much. They are designed by a Coco Chanel designer.
Okay.
And this is it. I mean, nothing too crazy. Just right on the corner, we see a lot of crazy shit out there, so always entertaining.
Always to be expected in Philly.
Do you guys cut men's hair?
We do.
Really?
I have a few barbers that also color hair and cut men. And I'm starting a new concept called the Pretty Boy Room. So it'll be a private all-men shop.
Okay, I might have to come.
You'll have to. You'll have to come check us out.
Sounds good. Welcome to the In Your Home podcast. I'm your host, Brett Rosenthal. This podcast is about real people and real homes in Philadelphia and other cities near you. As a realtor in Philadelphia, I get to see all types of homes and meet all kinds of people, and I want to share these experiences with everybody. Tons of unique homes and some amazing people is what you will hear and see. If you like what you hear, follow us on your favorite streaming platform. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the In Your Home podcast. Once again, we are actually in a business, and I wanted to introduce everybody to Aud. She is the owner of the Color Room in Philadelphia on 22nd and Walnut.
Walnut, Mr. Realtor.
I got it. And this is her best friend. This is Britt, and they both are launching a brand new podcast tomorrow called Beyond the Blowout.
Yep.
And I wanted to meet with a business owner in Philadelphia and also a podcast team and discuss everything Philadelphia, life in Philadelphia, living in Philadelphia, and running a business in Philadelphia. Woo. And that's why we're here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming.
Well, actually, you came here, so.
Thanks for inviting me in.
Of course. Listen, you don't know what you're in for.
Yeah, I don't. This is scary, actually. But here we are. So let me first ask you both, how long have you been living in Philadelphia?
Well, I mean, I grew up in Jersey, but I've been back in Philly since I was 16, then went to college. I don't know, maybe like 15 years of my life.
Did you go to college in Philadelphia?
No, Connecticut.
Okay.
New York City.
And what part of Jersey are you from?
Cherry Hill. So not far.
So kind of Philadelphia.
Yeah, basically a Philly girl.
Okay.
I've been in Philly for 6 years now.
Okay.
Which is crazy to think about. I grew up in Boston, left Boston at the age of 20, moved to Chicago for four and a half years, and then I've been in Philly ever since.
Okay. So why did you move from Boston?
So my now husband, I was dating him, met him at like 19, 20, which is wild, and he started his position right out of college, and he got promoted out to Chicago, and then he got promoted again to Philly, and he's actually gotten promoted a couple times, and we've just so happened to stay in Philly.
Okay, so you're here forever?
No, we're going to Southwest Florida. 3-year plan.
We have a 3-year plan to go to Florida.
I don't know if my husband has a 3-year plan.
But me and Britt are.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to Florida.
Everyone's going to Florida.
I'm not going to Florida, I don't think.
No?
Nah.
Why?
I'm not a Florida person. I'm a visitor of Florida, but I can't.
Nah.
Yeah, after like a week, it just...
Yeah, those alligators.
Like,
you think we're vicious.
I'd rather go out west. I'm not saying I'm going to be here forever either, but Florida, I don't know. But I probably will end up in Florida.
Everyone winds up in Florida.
Yeah. So like
Definitely.
everybody moving out of Philadelphia that I sell houses for, is going to Florida.
Yeah, I bought a house 2 years ago in Sarasota. I'm opening up a salon in Sarasota, so I'm on my way.
So is the house like vacant when you're not?
No, my family's in
okay.
it, so it's family house.
Okay.
Kind of like instead of us having our house down the shore, we got the Sarasota house. I'd rather jump on a flight there than be at the Jersey Shore with everyone else.
Yep. And my in-laws actually have a place right outside of Sarasota, so not too far from Aud's family. So
that's nice.
3-year plan.
Southwest Florida.
I just flew to Tampa and it was $33.
Wow. Would you fly Spirit?
Worse, Frontier.
No, Frontier's better than the Spirit.
But I got the second row somehow, and it was like
you could get
the
lucky.
first class.
Well, I take Frontier to Sarasota. I don't knock it. I mean, I'm usually an American girl, but American Airlines. But
I hate American Airlines.
Really?
They always do me dirty.
I met someone who works for American Airlines, so.
Really?
Yeah, it's just off topic, but.
American Airlines, you can sponsor me.
Okay.
One of us is coming after you, the other one wants sponsorship.
So you live in Philadelphia now. You've both been here. What part of Philadelphia do you live in?
I'm a South Philly girl.
I am right on the border of Graduate Hospital.
Okay.
So.
I'm near the stadiums, but I won't give you my address.
Like how close to the stadiums? Can you walk to the stadiums?
I could walk to the stadiums. I could literally like walk right to Chicken and Pete's, and I drove there before, so it's embarrassing. I'm a Jersey girl.
So have you always when you've been in Philly, have you always been in South Philly?
No, I was on Broad and Fitzwater, and then I lived on Broad and Washington in Lincoln Square, and that's where Britt and I met.
Aud and I met.
Where did you meet?
At Lincoln Square. We both lived there.
We both lived there.
Just walking through the square?
Yeah, no, Lincoln Square, it's a building, Mr. Realtor.
Right by Sprouts.
Where the Target
I know where
is.
Sprouts is, yeah.
Where Target
I've been in the
is.
Sprouts.
Yeah, we lived above it. In those
Do you guys
apartments.
like Target? That's another off-topic question.
Love Target. You kidding me?
Okay.
I'm a Target girl.
I like the one in Cherry Hill the most, though.
No, the one in Woodbury near my Jersey salon is the best.
Maybe that's
or
what I like
Mantua.
too. Maybe by Marlton
One
or
of those.
something? I don't know.
No.
I hate the one that's like actually in Lincoln Square because every time I go there for something, they're
Someone's
out of
robbing
everything.
it.
Like the city.
No, someone's robbing it.
Yeah, that too. But the city Targets are tough. I want to go to like a Target where it's like a theme park. It's like massive.
Okay. So wait, so you met in this building because you both lived there, or?
Well, we lived there. So long story short, I don't know if it's going to be short.
I slid into Aud's business DMs.
Yeah, she slid into my DMs before that was really a thing.
Yeah.
So Britt was selling like teeth whitening things.
Okay.
And she was like, hey, this would be like really successful in the salon. Can I give you a sample? And I answered her. Oh my God, her paragraph was so long. I'm like, I'm gonna need an Adderall just to read this shit. But
What's on Adderall? How do you think it got typed?
so told you we're unfiltered.
It's fine.
So we met, and then we just like hit it off. Like then
Yeah.
she started coming into the salon, getting her hair done. And then we were like, want to go for a Cosmo because that's our favorite drink.
Which led to 20.
And then blacked out probably, and then went from there.
Rest is history.
Now we're starting a podcast.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So have you always done hair? Like, is that,
So I don't do hair.
so you just own it?
I just own it. I started
you-
at 22 out of college, and
Oh, wow.
rest is history.
So you've never done anyone's hair?
Listen, I could do really good keratin. I could give you a nice shampoo if I have to, but no, I grew up in the business. My dad.
So
had hair
did you go to
salon.
like school to?
No,
you don't have.
No, I
Really?
know. Everyone's shocked about that shit, but
That is shocking.
no, I went to Fairfield University. Have a double major in marketing and journalism, and I worked for Chanel and L'Oreal, and that's where I came up with the concept of the color room. And when I graduated, my dad was like, hey, either go struggle for yourself in New York, or not for yourself, go struggle for companies in New York, or come back to Philly and we'll open up your own salon. I always loved the salon business.
Yeah.
I grew up in it.
Okay.
But I don't have patience to do hair. I don't have patience to cook. I don't have patience for anything. I like to run a business. So here I am, 8 years later.
Wait, so you were considering doing it in New York?
Well, I was going to work for Chanel in New York on their
okay.
skincare marketing. I always thought I was going to go up the corporate ladder and do all that, but
Chanel one day.
yeah. I was going to be the next Karl Lagerfeld, and then they would have the Met Gala about me, but it took a different turn in life.
Okay. So before we ever even met, I used to drive by here and always say, I wonder what that is. So it's a good location. That's what I'm saying.
When I saw this location, I was like, give me the papers. I'm signing. And here we are.
Okay. So the podcast, whose idea was it? How did it come about? When did it come about?
I always wanted to do a podcast as like an offset to the color room. I'm like, I have a marketing degree. I do all the marketing for the salon. So I'm like, I always wanted to do like a blog or a podcast. And one day I'll never forget, I was sitting in one of these stations staring out the window and I'm like, yo, I want to do a podcast. I'm like, who would be the perfect person? I'm like, Brett. I get my phone out. I'm like, Brett, want to go for drinks this week? I have an idea.
And it was perfect for me too, because I feel like I've even tried to get some of my girlfriends to do something like this, and they would never do it. And I feel like both of us just have like the business mindset. I've always wanted to start a boutique or do a podcast or, run my own business. And I just think that Aud and I are a perfect mix to work together and podcast. And we have big plans.
We have so many plans. We went out, we literally brought notebooks and we were like having drinks and doodling in our notebooks. We're like, we need merch, we need Instagrams, we need TikToks.
Where are we gonna be in 5 years? Oh, this is easy.
Yeah. We have a whole plan. But that's how we are. And I was like, who doesn't get on my nerves? Like,
I know.
People get on your nerves. Like, who's someone that like just doesn't irk? And I'm like, Britt.
That's why I think we're a good mix. In so many ways we're so similar, but yet there's like that uniqueness to like ourselves that kind of gives us a little different taste, and we're really excited. We launch tomorrow and got big plans.
Yeah, it's
You're
very
launching
unfiltered.
like one at a time? Is that?
Yeah, one episode every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Grab a Cosmo, grab your AirPods. We're talking.
Listen to the bitches speak.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Oh God, it's a little scary. What's fun is Britt's married, but not boring married. Like she's not like Betty Crocker over here.
She's not at bed at 8 o'clock at night?
No, I'm in bed before her, and I'm like single, like.
There's two different sides of me, okay? I'm either in bed by 7 p.m. or I'm up until 5 a.m. having 17 Cosmos. There's no in between.
So there's certain days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a nice balance. Like I have a crazy dating life right now. She's got the wild married life. So it's a good combo.
I also just love how like authentically us we are as well, and like we just like stay true to it with like, obviously I'm sure even me, I do have anxiety and insecurities and things like that, but that still doesn't hold us back from saying like what we believe in, what we like, and things like that. So these days there's just so many like influencers and bloggers and creators that just toss out things because they're getting paid for it, and I just don't believe that type of world is authentic or real anymore. So just bringing some real authentic rawness to that type of world, and I feel like we're perfect for it.
Yeah, especially Philly. Everyone swears they're an influencer, everyone's a blogger. I get people inboxing me, can I come in and get my hair done? I'll promote you. I'm like, I have more followers than you, and I don't even like do anything. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna bring it back to the realness of Philly, because Philly's real. Like, this is a real city. We're not New York. We're not LA. Like, we're real.
And we also stick true to the brands and things
that we like.
And if we don't, we're not gonna bash somebody or bash the company. It's just simply not for us. We just want to speak about it.
Got it. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, because there's 8 trillion real estate websites and podcasts that all say the same thing and talk about how the world's ending and the mortgage rates are going out of the roof, and that's not what regular people talk about on a regular basis, and people are still going to buy houses. So I didn't want to make a podcast that. I wanted to make it more like meeting real people in Philadelphia and like what they do, what they think about the city, what do they think about other cities.
We have a great city. And we have the best food.
I agree. And
our food is so good. Like, we love to eat.
Being a Boston girl, I'm gonna get so much shit for it. But out of Boston, Chicago, and Philly is my favorite. I'm a diehard Bruins and Celtics girl, Patriots for life. And I love that.
So you're having a bad week.
What?
You're having a bad week?
I'm having a very bad day, let's call it. was really tough, okay? But you know what? My Bruins gave me a good season.
What team is that?
We started off strong. Hockey.
Okay.
Sports.
I'm not.
It's like, go sports!
I didn't know. I know the Celtics are playing the Sixers right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's a Tampa Bay girl, so she took my quarterback.
I'm a TB12 fan, so.
There you go.
I was the OG TB12 fan.
He's done though, right?
He's donezo. He's divorced. He's waiting for me, and.
We actually talked about this on our podcast.
Yeah.
We're like convinced that Aud and Tom Brady might.
Does he live in Sarasota?
He lives in Tampa.
Still? He's staying?
Yeah, and I would love to be a stepmom.
Good
It's
luck.
like
You
perfect.
have to eat vegan though.
It's all right. I'll stay vegan for him.
So what did you like about living in Boston?
Living in Boston, I mean, I feel like there is a good food scene,
Yeah.
but not as good as Chicago and Philly. And again, I haven't lived there in almost 10 years, so shit could have changed. But at least, like, you know, from when I was there, I mean, it felt so normal. It felt like home. Like, I know how to get around the entire city, and, you know, grew up on the sports, and my family lived in like Cambridge and Somerville, so like I was always growing up like close to the city, if not inside the city. So compared to Philly, I still don't know where I'm going half the time, but I can tell you where the best martinis are.
Right, Philly's so easy to navigate. It's just like numbers and then like streets.
Yeah, but sometimes I forget who was telling
It's
me about
the
like a
easiest
restaurant. They were like,
city.
"Oh, on this street," and I was like, "Is that even?"
I just hate when
English? And
these,
is that
like-
even in Philly.
But when these people that are not from Philly come in and they're like, "Oh, I live on Bouvier Street," and I'm like, "What?"
Where's
like
that?
it's like I don't even know where that is. I'm like, are you near Porter? Are you near Rentner? Are you near Walnut? Like, don't give me these little side streets. Like, us Philly people don't know them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm on the corner of Bouvier and.
No, the problem is Bouvier Street or just any
I don't know, I
street.
just made that
One
up.
might be
Is that a
like
real
all the
street?
way up north, and then the other will be in South Philly, but
Yeah.
it's the same name, and you're like,
Right.
what
Yeah, like
part?
we don't know these little
Yeah.
streets, dude. Like, give us like 16th and
Yeah,
Sampson, not like
all the nuts.
Chancellor Street. Like, what?
Philly does have nicer people than Boston.
Does
You
it?
think?
Yeah.
In what way? Like
I mean,
what?
we're called massholes for a reason. Everybody from Massachusetts is an asshole, pretty much. I think that people are pretty nice. I mean, nothing compared to Chicago. Those Midwesters are so nice, but I think that people are pretty nice in Philly.
Yeah, I went to college in
Compared to living in Boston.
Ohio, and they were too nice. Like it was
Ohio, what a random state.
just. Yeah, I just went
Did you
there
go
for
to
college.
Ohio State?
I did.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at me, psychic.
And then I got out of there after I. What'd you say?
I said I'm a psychic. I was like, did you go to Ohio State?
That's not- I got out of there right after 4 years, but it was a great college. But
sure it
the
was
people
fun.
were just different, like nice but different.
Well, a lot of
Too nice.
what do they call them? Midwesterns or whatever?
Midwesterners?
They go to Sarasota because like 75 is like, yeah, they're a little weird. They dress different. They're definitely not fashionable.
Yeah.
I need to
I was
give
in,
them a few
Mexico
makeovers.
for my 30th in December, and we were all drunk in the pool. And this lady comes over and she's like, "Oh, what are you guys drinking? You guys excited for the Vikings games tonight?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm from Minnesota." And I was like, "Oh,
I don't even know what that
yeah,
is
you
on
are.
the map.
Yeah, you
Minnesota,
are."
it's freezing. I've been
Yeah,
there once. It's
Minnesota.
brutal.
I mean, even living in Chicago, the wind
Yeah.
chill in the winter, it was like negative 32 degrees. Like, that's Antarctica. It was
Yeah.
fucking cold.
So now that you're in Philadelphia, like, what's your favorite restaurant in Philadelphia?
So I really love BYO's. Brittany doesn't. I do. I love Porcini. It's around the corner. It's an authentic Italian restaurant. So good. My good friend, he owns Barada and Luna. Really good. And I love Budokan. Like, just a staple in Philly. Like, if you
We
come
used
to
to go there
Philly,
all the time.
you have to go to Budokan.
Yeah.
It's so sharp in there. It's like hot, and like the music is like, just love the vibes. I haven't been there though in a while. We
Yeah,
gotta
We
go.
haven't been in so long.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on like the entree and different type of food that like you're looking for, because Philly just has such good food. I mean, even down to a simple bagel place. Like, you have like 25 really good different bagel places to choose from. I mean, I feel like when I have people in town, I'll take them to Sampan. A good appetizer, drinks would be JG Sky High. I love the Love. Park is a classic for us.
Park is so good.
I mean, I do love Giorgio on Pine, even though that is a
Giorgio, that's
love
good.
That place.
He's got the best sweet potato and gnocchis.
Yeah, and the lobster ravioli too.
Never been there.
So.
Oh, you have to go to Giorgio. One of the best.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's really small.
Okay.
But some of the best Italian food I've ever had in Philly.
Okay.
What's your favorite?
Everybody asks me that. I can't pick. Maybe I just can't make up my mind, but I can't pick one place. I could give you like a whole bunch.
That's why I feel like it needs to be like an entree.
I like
a
Park, but
specific
I'm there
thing,
so often for like work meetings, and I
have the best Park stories. So, little trick: if you ever want to go to Park and don't have a reservation, go up to the hostess, say Morgan, party at 2. They'll get you right in.
Who's Morgan?
You'll have to learn on our podcast.
You'll have to learn. You'll have to tune in. I have a whole.
Is it like a famous person? Or?
No. So, Park has the best like customer service. I went out one time. I was a little drunk. I went to Rouge first, and then I really wanted to go to Park. And it was like the first hot day of the spring last year. And my cousin Gab's like, "Aud, I dare you to go up to her and be like, Morgan, party at 2." So I did. And there was no Morgan party at 2. I'm like, oh, well, that's my assistant. She made me the reservation. So I promised this client I would take her here. They got me the best seat in the house, everything. So accommodating, busiest day of the year. I was like, wow.
But you think it has to do with the name Morgan, or it could have been anything?
It's just a joke.
Okay.
No,
I mean,
it just so happened that it was Morgan. So it's just
so
Morgan
just go
for
up
you
to the
too.
hostess. So like poor Morgan that lives in Center City is never going to get a reservation anywhere. Because I go around, I'm always like, Morgan party at 2.
You're right.
That's my little trick. That's how I get into all these restaurants.
Morgan party.
Now I'm going to be banned. Like this crazy girl from Beyond the Blowout. She
Love her back.
So if you didn't, both of you, if you didn't live in Philadelphia and you're not going to Sarasota to meet Tom Brady, where would you want to live?
Miami.
Really?
Miami or Austin, Texas.
Have you been there?
Love Austin, Texas. Yes. Okay. My brother lives there. I fell in love with it.
Okay.
So I would probably say Austin over Miami, actually.
Okay.
Yep.
Mine would be Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
I thought you were going to say Jacksonville. I was going to, no. Okay.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Okay. It's nice. I've never been there.
She got married there.
I got married there. It's amazing. We love to ski there. I mean, there's good food. There's good people. We go hiking. It's just breathtaking up there. Just being in the Tetons, and it's just amazing.
Got
If I wasn't such a busybody with a crazy personality, I feel like it would fit me perfectly. But
why is it like quiet?
It's very quiet.
Is there shopping there? Like Gucci, Chanel.
If you want like a t-shirt shop with a moose on it that says Jackson Hole, Wyoming. There's no designer there. You gotta go to Vail for that shit. Which we did go to Vail.
Wyoming's near Colorado?
It's right above it.
Really? I gotta look at the maps. I thought Wyoming was over here and like Colorado was over here.
No, it's like California, Idaho, Wyoming,
Idaho,
Colorado,
random state.
Utah. Huh. But it's
I was good at
it's
geography too.
amazing.
Wow.
It's quiet. We go once a year. Got married there in the summer. It's perfect. Different take than the city life that I've been living the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's like a 360.
Yeah.
Or a 180.
Okay.
Where would you live?
I don't know. Maybe I think I would try California. Maybe either San Diego or Los Angeles area. Somewhere out there.
Never been to California.
The people are weird. but it's the weather's just so good, and although there's been weird stuff going on lately.
Yeah, California, it's its own world.
Beach in San Diego.
I've been there.
I went, I think it was last March for my friend's wedding, and
Seal Beach.
Yeah, the
there's
second
seals
that we landed in San Diego, we got a rental car, and I looked at my husband and our friend, and I was like, if you guys don't take me to the fucking Seal Beach right now, I will lose it. And they took me right to the Seal Beach, and I saw a bunch of seals, and
that town's nice.
Kind of dicks, but I love
the
them.
seals are?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, some people were fucking with them, so they kind of deserved it. I'm like, if a seal kills you, you deserve it.
Wait, so in Tampa, I got there, and I was just in Tampa, and when I got there, there's like roosters all over the street. Did you?
Really?
Yeah. And like my hotel was near them, and 5 a.m. they were making noise, and
They were doing like the alarm clock
but like
noise.
just
I was
roosters
just about to
walking
do it, but
down
I'm
the street.
like,
I have
let me not
videos.
embarrass myself.
We spent a lot of time in Tampa and St. Pete. I've never seen
Really?
roosters.
I've never
St. Pete, there wasn't roosters, but I was there too.
We
But
love St. Pete. If
yeah.
me and my husband moved down there, it's 100% in the St. Pete area, unless we don't really want to be too much in the city. But I don't know, I'm kind of a city girl now.
Okay.
I feel like when my husband started working in the city, I was like, oh, you're really gonna make me go in the city, and I want to go in the city. And now I'm like, I won't leave it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I grew up, I'm from Philly, but I grew up in the suburbs. And then after college and law school, I ended up moving to New York City, and
dream
I
job.
loved it. But then I just got burnt out of it. And then I went back to the suburbs of PA, and now I'm back in the city. So
I would move
I
to
like
the
the city
suburbs
better.
of PA.
It's boring.
If I stay up
The
here.
suburbs are my absolute nightmare.
Really?
Never do it. It's my
It's
nightmare.
really boring. Yeah.
I know, I'd
If
probably
you
be
like
bored.
restaurants, there's like 4, and then you're gonna get sick
But
of
I
them.
just like like my problem is I like the city, but I like being in my car. Like I drive everywhere.
Do you have
like-
parking in the city?
Well, where I live, it's not hard to find
could just
parking,
easily-
and I just illegally park half of the time. But I just love being in the car. Like I can't like walk. I don't walk ever. Like no. And then because I have so many bags with me, this that. That's why I'm like maybe I'm a suburbs girl.
See, this is where Aud and I differ. I do not like driving. I'm a full-blown passenger princess. Haven't
Okay.
drove in like a year.
No, I need to be in control of everything. I'm a control freak. Like
I
I'd rather drive than the man.
don't want to drive.
But I've also been single for way
Even
too
like
long.
going to Target on the corner of Broad and Washington. I make Chris drive me. Pick up my birth control. And I'm like, I'm not going to walk and I don't want to drive.
Wow, you're really close to that Target.
I'm not fucking walking.
I would probably drive too. I mean, I
Yeah.
drove to Chicken and Pete's and I lived there.
Free parking under 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you guys could go to Target right now, what would you get? What would be the exciting thing to get at Target?
The candy aisle. One of everything in the candy aisle.
Like chocolate or like, or more
maybe
like
that's a lie.
sweet?
I'm not a chocolate girl.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I am. I like Kit Kats and Twix. Huh.
So do you do like Target clothing, or it's more like food?
No, I hate Target
I
Okay.
don't really like
clothing.
Target
No.
clothing. I would
It
just
wa-
go like
you wash
this
it once
to the
and it's a
candy
piece
aisle
of shit.
and put it in the basket, and then I go to the candle aisle, and then I do this, and I get.
I like their home stuff. I do like
Yeah.
Target's home, but I don't know. Why do I love Target so much? I don't know.
People don't know why they like Target.
I
They
don't-
just think they like
yeah.
Target, I think.
I just love it. Like that's
Spend
where
$100 when you went there. For
you know, you just go, you get like deodorant, lotion, like it's just that's the stuff I like to buy. Like you'll never catch me food shopping. I go to the food store and I literally have anxiety. I'm like, and I turn around and I leave. I don't
Yeah.
know how to cook.
When I used to live in Lincoln Square, which is like the apartments above Target, I have single-handedly on 3 different occasions cleared them full out of Twizzlers.
Oh, Twizzlers
I
are
kept
the
having to go to
best.
the customer service being like, ma'am, when are you getting Twizzlers in? And then they were just like, they've been missing, they've been gone for a long time. I'm like, I know, I'm the one buying them.
Twizzlers, best snack on the beach.
Fun fact about Twizzlers, I actually read
They're
this on a
only-
wrapper.
what?
That how do I say it? The amount of Twizzlers purchased every year is enough to line them up one by one from the ground all the way up to the moon and back again.
Is that
Who
true?
figures that fact out?
Because I read it on the wrapper, and if they lied to me, I'll be pissed.
Like regular
That is
packs
so
or like the big bags
Like
of like,
one single Twizzler.
really? Stacked?
Like on top of each other. I didn't do the research, man. I just was eating.
That's such a weird
candy and
fact.
read the wrapper.
I love Twizzlers on the beach. I don't know why. Every time I go to the beach, I have to have Twizzlers with me.
Okay.
Try it.
Never tried.
Twizzlers and a.
I like
Bud Light
Twizzlers,
sauce.
but I never had them on the beach.
These are
Have you
good.
ever cleared a Target out of Twizzlers?
No, I try to stay away from Target. I have a problem with
If I was a
Target.
Girl Scout, I'd get that badge.
Yeah.
Why don't you like Target?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just
It's so clean
It's
in
definitely
there.
more
It's, like,
female
pretty.
oriented. Like guys.
Oh, totally. Like what guys?
Well, if
like,
you
oh,
want
I'm
to
gonna
meet
go
a
to
girl,
Target.
you should go to Target. Like go up like the aisles and pretend like you don't know what you're doing.
Buy her some Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Bitches look
Deodorant.
Why, you think Twizzlers is the thing that people go to
Twizzlers are a
Target
key to a
with? See, I
girl's
see
bar.
girls
Twizzlers
buying
and
clothing at Target and
No,
like.
their clothing sucks. They
Yeah,
wash it
alright,
once.
so
it's a
you're-
piece of
that's-
shit.
I guess it has a good price tag, and I feel like that's why people.
But they
like
don't
it,
have
because I
guys'
feel like
clothing at
it's
Target.
a
Yes,
good
they
price
do.
tag.
Horrible. It's
My
really
dad
bad.
buys like Target stuff. He always
T-shirts.
says to me, he's like, I have to shop at Target and you guys get to shop at Neiman's. And I'm like, well, that's why you're a dad.
Dad shop at Target.
Dads go to Target, the women go to Neiman's.
I've never shopped at Target, but I don't know. Some people are just so fascinated by Target.
Well, Target's,
and
like,
then there's
just
like
so
the people on
pretty.
TikTok that make like Target videos about like the
Well,
clothing.
there's a whole Target TikTok, like
Yeah.
women of Target.
Oh man.
It's funny. But
See-
yeah, no clothing there.
Okay. All right, that's the Target segment. So you guys both, do you have like townhouses in Philly, or are they like a condo building, or what is? I'm assuming yours is a townhouse in South Philly.
Yeah,
We both have
Yeah.
townhouses.
Okay.
townhouses, so coves and.
Have you ever lived in like a building in Philly, or has it always been just single?
No, we lived in Lincoln Square. It's a condo.
Yeah, you told
Well,
me.
the
We've lived
apartments.
in a couple of high rises, and I have to say that in Philadelphia, property management for high rises is atrocious. It's horrible, and I've lived in multiple of them, and they've been so bad. Even when we were renting a house in Queen Village when we first moved here in 2017, the just customer service, the maintenance of the property, just everything was so horrible. And that's coming from Boston, where everyone's an asshole, and then from Chicago, which everyone like is in these nice like fancy high rises that has like a roof deck pool and like all of that. And then so I moved to Philly. We lived in a couple of them, and I was just absolutely baffled by how those places were managed. And it's and I know that I'm not the only one that has that issue.
No,
either.
I hear it
I've
all the
never
time.
had an issue.
I'm in awe how many high rises are so poorly run in Philly. It's insane. I can't speak for condo buildings, but at least for apartments and rentals, it is horrible.
You just, like once you move in, then they're bad, or from even.
Oh
like,
yeah, I could put at least 3 high rises, very well known, on blast right now for completely screwing us over and lying to us so deeply. It's bad.
I've never
You
had an
can-
issue.
I don't know them.
I'm like,
We're not trash and we're
Nah,
not gonna
okay.
trash, but I'll tell you what's going on. But I'm not
I was
gonna
just
say the
happy
name.
to be out of the house. I'm like, I just happy to be here. I'm happy to have my own place and be in peace.
So tell
Away
us
from
a little
my-
bit about you.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
your deal over here? Come on, tell us about you. It's enough about us.
Ask
How'd
me
you
something.
go from being a lawyer to real estate to having your own team to?
You like the color pink?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it looks good on
I
you.
feel like my husband has that shirt. Men look in pink.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pink will never stink.
I wanted to be a prosecutor. I did it like as.
Ooh, stay away from the
Yeah,
Rosanos.
Dream job. Dream job.
Stay away from my family.
I watched a lot of TV where it looked great, and it was actually really fun, but you just didn't make any money, and you worked crazy hours.
Right, and then everyone hates you.
It was stressful. A lot of people hated you, and people that, when I was there, people were saying, don't do this, like get out of this. So I moved to New York City, and I was a lawyer. I was doing like bankruptcy and foreclosure and real estate, and that was just like boring paperwork and banks and
It's like a lot of reading.
a lot of work and just
A lot of bankrupts.
working for somebody else, and I didn't like it.
Ugh. Hate
And then
working
I got into real estate because some of my family was in it. I didn't think I'd be good at it. I didn't think I would like it, and I did it. I like it. I like every day's
Are
different.
you good at it?
I must be like half good because it's working. I like
Paying the bills.
It's paying the bills. I like it's different every day. You meet new people. You meet really nice people, really not nice people, really normal people, and
Yeah.
really crazy people. And sometimes the
You sure
craziest.
you don't own a hair salon?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just life. Like
Yeah,
whether
exactly.
it's work or not work, I get them all. But it's like exciting because you don't know what you're gonna get. And I started a team. I like helping others like do well in their job, and we have a really fun team, and I just like it. Yeah, it's different every day, and
Keeps you on your toes.
keeps me moving.
The sales world keeps you on your toes always.
Yeah, and I also for some reason, love Philadelphia. I'm kind of from here. I left and I came back because I think the people are actually great. Mm-hmm. The people have changed. There's definitely like a different people. I think people in general everywhere though just are different.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to like find the right ones and
definitely
weed them out. But the city itself I like. I think half the stuff you hear about the city from people outside the city isn't really what it is.
One of my friends, she was coming in from Connecticut and she texted me. She's like, I'm getting off at 30th Street. Am I going to be okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, should I get an Uber? Can I walk to where I have to be? I'm like, well, where are you going? And I said, you'll be fine. I said, literally 30th Street station is around the corner from my hair salon. Like,
you're good.
Yeah,
you're not like, what do you think? You're going to step out and get like shot or something? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
maybe,
that's
but
how I felt in Chicago,
I mean, I think it's the same way in every city. It's every city.
And you're saying even the suburbs, like it's everywhere.
Yeah,
So
and
just,
there's areas like you shouldn't go in at 3 a.m, but that's everywhere. And
exactly.
Like,
just don't be stupid. Just do your research. I see these like girls like jogging in like these areas. I'm like, I won't be caught dead there, but do you? Maybe you're the smarter one, and I'm not.
You have your little Apple tag on you.
Yeah.
What's with the Apple tags? People are finding them like, I keep hearing girls like finding them randomly on their car and like
sex trafficking thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know someone that's crazy.
I don't know.
I know someone that's crazy ex, and not my crazy ex, someone else's crazy ex, put an Apple AirTag, say that 3 times, in their car.
Okay.
And now he knew where she was at all times.
I've heard a similar story.
Crazy.
I heard
that's psycho shit.
I'm trying to figure out how that would. But I believe you. You don't have to go.
I don't know. I heard that people were like, you know how sex traffickers are usually like women and they'll get you in like a Target fucking parking lot or like a Target candy aisle or something, and then they're putting it like, on people's like bumper, like, when they're not looking, and then someone's following that. Sex traffickers just follow them because they have their location, and then they take them.
This is crazy. That's crazy.
I promise I'm not lying about any of my facts. It's shit that I've read.
First about the Twizzlers, now about the AirTag.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm staying home.
I know shit.
Wow.
So you're starting the podcast tomorrow. Can you guys do like a little skit of like a topic that you would talk about? Like something. Give me like
we're talking about like our life and like beauty and fashion, and then we go into things. I mean, like you asked the question, but we talk about vibrators, we talk about sex, we talk about
friendships, work.
You know, how to
life.
This is the most interesting real estate podcast
ever. I mean, you brought us on here. Like
you're here.
Keep
going.
This is life. This is life at home.
Okay.
Is that what this is called?
This is life at 30.
This is life in your home. Once you purchase the house, you got to know what to do with it. You got to learn how to thank your man for the house.
Again, like we don't do. I mean, I don't know if podcasts are like scripted or anything, but I mean, we don't.
This one's not.
Neither is ours. I mean, like we have like I said to her, I said, there's an agenda I want to follow. Like I don't want to
There's
be
like a couple of
boring.
topics that like we want to talk about, but it's also just like new things that we've shopped, new beauty care products. Like if we've got our hair done, what new restaurant that we've done, a crazy story about her single life that week, a crazy story about like my married life that week, just like shit in life, like my
running a business,
house, like with that entire league. Like we're full of stories. There's always something going on, and we just talk unfiltered about our life and everything. So
it's pretty interesting.
So like,
I like to think so.
What's a crazy single thing and what's a crazy married thing?
A crazy single thing?
And as an example.
Oh, well, I'll tell you the craziest thing that happened to me.
Okay.
I was dating a guy that was telling me he was gay. All right, so the hottest thing right now is men cheating on their wives. It's just like the hottest thing. Like if you're not cheating on your wife, you're not part of like the hot thing right now.
Okay.
I must have been talking to like the past like 4 guys that have inboxed me all have wives or girlfriends.
Okay.
So that's the craziest shit that's been happening to me. Some guy told me he was getting divorced, made up all these stories. Literally 8-month relationship. Thank God for Facebook and Instagram and my good stalking skills. Still with his wife. Like, what? So that's the crazy shit that's going on out there.
Okay.
So if you're single, it's not that fun.
Wait, what was the first thing you said before you even went to that? Something about gay. Did I hear something wrong? Forget.
Yeah, you heard
Ignore
something
me.
wrong. Yeah.
And what's a crazy
I thought you said he told me he was gay.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Did I say that? No.
Ignore me.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't gay, but
No, but I
maybe he is.
met someone that like was dating a guy for a long time and then found out he was gay. So I thought it was something like that.
Yeah.
No, I would give up at that point. I'd be
Okay.
like, I'm done. But yeah, after the man that was telling me about how his kids were getting taken from him and custody, like who makes that up? Listen, you want to lie to me, say you're getting divorced just to get in my pants? I get it. All right, it happens. But you want to tell me your kids are getting, your wife is taking custody of your kids? That's screwed up. You're sick. Sorry. I hate him.
Yeah.
If you can't tell.
I could tell.
That's not the psycho though, ex.
Okay. How about married? What's a crazy married story?
Long pause.
I know, I'm just trying
That's
to think.
probably good.
I'll tell you the hottest thing that a girl can do right now.
I mean, I don't
Send
really
him
know
a
what-
drink. If you're out and you like the guy, send him a drink.
The girl?
That's gangster shit.
That's rare.
I did it a couple weeks ago. It's working really well. The ROI
married?
on that. He's not married. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I haven't done too much stalking.
Okay.
I got to do my homework in a couple weeks, but send him a drink. I was at Bankroll. I saw some guy I liked. I went, Britt, I'm gonna send him a drink. It's working out so far.
Yes.
We'll see.
Did you like bankroll?
I went twice now. Now I have the hookup with the bartender. I really like the bartender there.
We gotta go back.
Every time I
We
go to
went
Bankroll, I
opening
get someone's number though. It's kind of crazy. So it must be my spot. But I don't know. It feels like a cafeteria in there. It's like a weird vibe. But I like it. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
It's like different sections. It's
But I don't believe that
You
it
need to go
cost them
back.
$25 million to build it. That's what they're saying.
yeah.
I don't
That
believe
much?
it. 25 mil.
I heard
Like,
that too, but I don't
They're
know.
charging like $20 for French fries though.
the food wasn't good. The menu was weird.
I was
Like,
there late one night and the kitchen was closing, but they would make French fries.
$20.
They were $20.
Were they good?
They were like good, but
What kind
just
of fries?
seemed-
Were they
truffle
potato-
fries.
Oh.
They were
Wow,
like
that-
decent.
I just want a regular.
That was all they
potato.
had. That was all they had.
When I'm
Yeah.
drunk, I'll pay anything for French fries.
I know. I'm actually really hungry right now.
Same. We should go to Rosie's.
Yeah, we love Rosie's.
Have you ever been to Rosie's?
I've been to Rosie's, yeah. It's
good.
I think I was there during COVID when I had to eat outside. Yeah, but it was good.
Don't
Remember
miss
when?
that.
No.
Remember when you couldn't walk outside unless you were vaccinated without a mask on?
Yeah, crazy world.
So I'm trying to think. Let's bring it back to real estate somehow.
I'm sorry.
What do you guys think of? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of realtors?
Oh wait, not to go off topic. Let
Yeah.
me tell you something about Target and
Okay.
their marketing, and then we'll go back. Do you know they have an aisle in Target that has vibrators, Plan B, tampons, condoms, and something else?
Is
All
everything locked up?
Yeah, but it's like the craziest. Like I was like, wow, Target really knows their marketing. Vibrators, Plan B, condoms, and something else. So another Target story.
Okay.
So what do I
Do you
think
think-
about realtors?
Target's got women covered.
Yeah.
Target locks everything up now. You can't get anything.
No,
you have
I
to
know.
get
The
somebody.
other day
It's so
I went in
annoying.
for two things that I didn't
Yeah.
want anyone to know I went in for.
You have
and
to tell
I
'em.
awkwardly had to say, "Can you come to this aisle for me?" And
Was
yeah.
it that section?
Might have been.
Might have been.
All right, realtors. Back to real
Back
estate.
to the realtors.
What do you think of realtors?
I mean, I've had a great experience with realtors in Philly. I mean,
Phew, God. I mean, she's like tough critic
Just not
over
property
here.
managers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Coming after you, Philly property managers, get your shit together. But realtors have been great, except for like just a couple of them. I mean, obviously we weren't looking to buy a house in Boston. We weren't looking to buy a house in Chicago. So like we only started looking in 2020, right after we got married. And the realtor that we had was amazing that we used, but we got a couple of referrals and a couple of them just weren't helpful. And then once they found out that like we were using another realtor, they were pissed, but it's not like he even did anything for us. Like all we did was have like a couple of phone calls with him. Like he never showed us houses. He never pulled us like listings or emailed or anything to us. And I was like, dude, why are your panties up in a bunch? Like you literally didn't do anything besides spend like a 20-minute phone call with me, you know? But I've had good experiences with the realtor.
I love my realtor
like
that
the listing agent and a few other people that we knew over there. They were great, and I think that people just need to be honest with their realtors too. Like we told her what we wanted, and if we showed up and it wasn't what I wanted, I was like, I don't really want to go inside. And she was like, don't need to, let's leave. And it's like, I like that, you know? It's like, I don't need to be like, oh, well, like it has the kitchen that you like, or the tile in the bathroom, the roof deck. It's like, if I already know that like I don't want to walk into this house, I'm not buying it, so don't push it on me. You know what I mean? So that's what I liked about it, and I liked that like I could actually be honest with her without sounding like an asshole or a bitch, because obviously she did the work for us to pull that house for a reason because we told her, you know what I mean? So my experience has been pretty good. I don't know about how you bought your house or who you worked with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have an opinion. I had a great experience.
That's good.
But we found our house. We knew, like, I knew what I wanted, like I knew what area I wanted to be in. So I just called, actually one of the girls that was working for me, her father, he helped me out. And yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends are realtors, so you guys got a good thing going.
Do they like it? Do your friends like it?
My one friend, he's opening up a brokerage. Does that sound
in Philly?
right?
It could be, yeah.
And he's super successful, really like smart, you know, started himself from the bottom up. So, you know, I think realtors it's a great job, I think. I mean, my realtor found me this spot, like, so you guys know what you're doing.
Wait,
In New Jersey location.
did the same realtor find this spot that found your home?
No, well, see, I found my home,
Okay.
and then I just happened to call someone up. I was like, listen, will you represent me? So,
Okay. So two different people.
Yeah, my whole buying my house was like really quick and really like, I just got lucky. Like it was like it was waiting for me, kind of. So, yeah, I mean.
I think buying in the city is pretty tough too. That's why I feel like you need like a good realtor, not only in the sense that like they are gonna pull listings for you and know where to take you, but to just like actually listen to what you want, your budget, maybe show you a couple things that are slightly over your budget, but not being like, hey, you want A, B, and C, here's something that's like $200,000 over your budget, you know?
So you don't have a Boston accent at all, unless I'm missing it.
I don't.
Did you ever?
Yeah, those Boston people have crazy accents.
No, you know, it's funny.
You don't have one.
Looking back at before like I moved, like I never really thought like I had a heavy accent, but I feel like people who grew up in Boston don't really think that. And then I talked to my father, I talked to like my 85-year-old grandmother, and every time I like walk in the door, she's like, oh, Brittany, like have you talked to your father? Like is she coming home for dinner? And it's just like all like this hardcore Boston accent. And I'm like, did I ever have this? Did I like lose it? Like I don't know. But yeah, I don't have it, but my family has it pretty hard.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Yeah,
I would actually love to be on your podcast to talk about Target.
And
What you can find in
yes,
and what you can find in the special aisle.
That's my aisle. It's where you'll find me. I think it's like
aisle 23.
Yeah. C23. You'll see me buying vibrators in Plan B, but I'm just kidding.
This is what you're going to get on our podcast. So
it's a little glimpse of us.
Beyond the Blowout. Follow us on Spotify, Instagram. We'll have a website soon, but yeah.
What's your Instagram accounts, just so like people can follow
our
your
podcast is Beyond the Blowout with like beyond_the_blowout.
Yep.
Follow the Color Room at the Color Room with one R. If you didn't notice, our logo has one R. It's the .com, all that shit. And you can follow me and my craziness, Aud Rosano. Don't regret it.
And you can follow me at
What
Britt Likes for my blog, brands I love, and just honest lifestyle and recommendations.
And that's it. Everything is unfiltered with us. We had fun.
It was fun, thank
Did
you.
you have fun with us?
Yeah, it was the most
Were you,
interesting.
nervous?
No, it was the
What's going to come out of this
easiest,
now?
actually the easiest
What
podcast.
you were expecting.
What people are gonna say as a response.
They're going to be talking.
It's gonna be interesting, but it was great.
All right,
Just tell us that we
bitches.
didn't do any damage.
You
Yeah,
didn't. No.
sorry. Use them as a realtor. You won't regret it.
Thank you.